All right, so finally, you wrote about a Gallup study that showed, and I'm quoting, Americans' willingness to be vaccinated against the coronavirus has dropped 11 percentage points, falling to 50% in late September. What is going on here? Why are people, so skeptical? And do you think the poll numbers are real reflection of how many Americans would even get vaccinated if this was available?
I think they are, and I think it's troubling. So they started out at about 2/3, and now we're down to half. Starting out at 2/3 is a comment in and of itself, right? There was a going in skepticism about vaccines, and we've heard about anti-vaxxers, the phenomenon of that distrust. So that was out there. Now you layer on top of that the literally Operation Warp Speed attempt to develop these vaccines at an accelerated pace, which I know a fair amount about, and which I am quite confident has been done with complete scientific integrity. And one of the reasons you know that is they've been suspending trials appropriately when they should, and we've seen that happen 3 times now, and that's good news. But the president has openly tried to overrule the FDA on what constitutes adequate proof that you have safety and efficacy, and that all of which would take longer. The badgering of the CDC and the FDA has been pretty constant. The FDA didn't help by having the head of the FDA stand up and make some claims that were not accurate about the plasma treatment that the president wanted to have given emergency use authorization. So I think they have damaged the public's perception of the integrity of the FDA and the safety of the resulting products. That's a horrible thing to do. And so, beginning right now, the operation has to be to educate the public about what's going on and rebuild their confidence in the process. And that should be doable, because what's going on is, in fact, a really high quality development effort on the part of the government and multiple pharmaceutical firms, which have bigger trials than typical. So we're covering a lot more people. Some of these are 60,000 people. And the standards for proof of safety and efficacy, to prove that they work, they're going to make that in the placebo part of that trial, right? Some people didn't get the vaccine. You're going to have at least 5 cases of COVID-19, and you're going to go long enough until you have at least 5 infections, and you can compare that versus the folks getting the vaccine. So does it really work? Let's find out. And on safety, they've got the documentation. This is going to have to go on for at least 2 months and make sure that there's no reason to suspend trials. And so, yeah, I think that's sensible.